The West Michigan Whitecaps revealed the 2017 team roster yesterday. Crazy to think we are now just 4 days away from opening day at Fifth Third Ballpark. A blend of veteran experience and exciting young talent highlights the initial roster. Headlining the group is Detroit Tigers' 4th-round pick in 2016, starting pitcher Kyle Funkhauser. Other highly touted players include pitchers Austin Sodders, Brian Garcia, Zach Houston, Gregory Soto, and outfielder Jake Robson. Meanwhile, a trio of Michigan-born players will also take the field for the Whitecaps. Cam Gibson out of Michigan State University, and also of Novi, son of former Tigers great Kurt Gibson. Trent Skutnick out of Temperance and the University of Michigan, a pitcher. And infielder Blaze Salter out of Bloomfield Hills and Michigan State University. And joining me now to break down the Whitecaps roster and much more of what fans can expect entering Fifth Third Ballpark this Thursday for the opening day game, Vice President of the Whitecaps, Jim Jarecki. Jim, thanks for joining me.
Zach, always great to be here. It's a good sign that baseball is right around the corner.
Spring is in the air. Well, Jim, take me through what you see from the roster. A lot of new faces, some familiar faces, and a new manager leading the way.
Well, we're really excited to have Mike Rebello back. Mike played with us in 2002, 2003, and obviously he worked his way up to play in the major leagues, but he's coming back to the Whitecaps after being away. He was in Connecticut the last 3 years. He's taken over for Andrew Graham, who was another catcher with us, and Andrew's now in Lakeland. But having Mike back here, he's familiar with the area, he's familiar with the ballpark, and I think he can really transcend what the Whitecaps experience can be for his players that are coming here in a couple days.
And speaking of Mike Rebello, we got his little jersey right here. And you pointed out earlier there'll be some changes this year as far as patches that'll be worn in games.
Yeah, it's this year we have the Mr. Eye patch, which is with the Detroit Tigers. Obviously, when Mr. Ilitch passed away in February, all the affiliates for the Detroit Tigers will be wearing those patches along with the Detroit Tigers. So it's a really good way to honor Mr. Ilitch. And also on the other patch, George Spelius, who was 27 years president of the Midwest League, he passed away back in September, and all of the Midwest League teams are going to be wearing the GHS patches to memorialize George and carry through the season. So we got 2 patches on there that the guys will be sporting this year, and it's really nice because every game we can remember both George and Mr. Ilitch.
Very cool, very cool. Well, we have some changes in the managerial position, changes on the roster. What can fans expect as far as food items, because that's what everybody thinks about when they come to the ballpark, but also maybe some additions to the ballpark?
Well, with the food, obviously, everybody asks that. In the offseason, it's always about what are the new food items, and obviously we put it out to the fan vote, and we get hundreds of ideas, number of samples, and this year the beer cheese poutine is the winner. We've got the game of cones, which is going to be edible bread cone filled with your choice of pulled pork, mac and cheese, bacon, and several other options. I mean, I'm hungry right now, and we're trying our first foray into Asian food, and we're going to have the walk-off, which is teriyaki chicken, beef, rice, and vegetables ready to take to your seat. So we're going to keep adding to those menu items at the ballpark, and we're bringing back deep-fried Twinkies, which some fans called for. But we have a number of items that we'll have ready for opening day.
Beer cheese, Twinkies, and then you threw in vegetables in there, so that threw me off.
We try to get a little bit of healthy out there at the ballpark.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe some additions to the ballpark that fans can expect?
We underwent major changes this year again, and 2 of the biggest things that the fans are going to see when they come out to the ballpark. First thing, when they drive into Fifth Third Ballpark, they're going to see the Meyer Hometown Playground. We tripled the size of the existing playground. We're going to have a brand new play set, and we're going to have 5 inflatables out on the playground area that is still located beyond the right field fences. But it was a great addition to the ballpark. We expanded that and make more room because kids of all ages want to go out there, and while the game's going on, you'll be able to go down there and have some amusement, either the play set or the inflatables. And also on the third base side, we took the lower third base lawn area and we put in the Canadian Lakes Landing, which is going to serve 80 to 100 people. It's all about comfort and hospitality over the years, and this will be our 9th hospitality area that we have at the ballpark, and we were selling out all the other 8 ones, so there was a demand for it. So we're going to be able to do that, and the best thing about that one is the location. You are going to be right down on the third base line in the visitors' bullpen, so you're going to be able to see the action, pitchers warming up, and being right there on the field. It gives a great view of the ballpark.
I see what fans are doing. Promoting beer cheese, and more inflatables for the kids, so they can eat more beer cheese while the kids are playing on the inflatables.
It's exactly it. What other place can you go to than the ballpark to enjoy that type of stuff?
Exactly. Well, we're right around the corner from opening day, and the first open workout is on Wednesday for fans to get a chance at seeing what the Whitecaps are going to offer.
We're going
to
go Wednesday at 6 o'clock, 6 to 7:30, where Mike Rebello will have the team out there taking batting practice infield, and then the fans can get autographs afterwards and try out some of the food samples and go to the capsize shop. But it's really a great way to open up the ballpark for the fans to meet the players to see what type of area community that they are coming into, and get a nice little workout after coming up from Florida.
Yeah, cheers. Welcome home.
It'll warm up, guys, in June.
And speaking of warming up, these are going to be handed out on Thursday to the first 1,200 fans.
Absolutely.
So maybe we're not necessarily thinking it's going to be warm on Thursday, but opening day Thursday. I mean, the anticipation is here, and it's just about to come to an end. You got to be pretty excited.
You always are at this time. I mean, it's been a long winter. No matter what you do, see, it fits perfectly. The first 1,200 fans.
I'm going to need to wear this on Thursday when I cover the game.
Well, usually if we've had items like this, it's turned out to be really good weather. So hopefully we can change that. But no, it's a popular item now, and I think the fans are really going to be excited by it.
I mean, I'm warm. I mean, this is like a Snuggie for your head.
Absolutely.
Well, opening day, Jim. Baseball in hand, I'm ready.
So are we.
I'm ready. Looking forward to it. Whitecaps open the season Thursday against South Bend. Be there. Jim Jarecki will be, and so will I.